Yes, I'm still in bed. I'm
Well,
still in bed.
well, I'm sorry. Look, I won't hold you long. I just, it's good to hear your voice. I just kind of wanted to let you know that, you know, I'm alive and well, and it is official.
Uh-oh.
What do you mean,
Uh-oh.
uh-oh? What do you mean, uh-oh? What are you uh-ohing?
Because when you start off
Yeah.
a sentence and you say it's official, that means it's a backstory. It's
You're
a
so funny.
backstory.
You're so funny. Am I that predictable? Am I that predictable?
It's official. That means a backstory is a setup for a backstory to say, here it comes, Jackie. Get ready, because I'm about to tell you what went down. So
am I that predictable? Wait, Jackie, am I that predictable? So is it this? That's hilarious. It's almost like watching like a TV show with a wacky setup for the problem or whatever.
Look, you started it off. You commentated. You said, "I'm alive and well." I said, "That's the first part. That's the first part. That's the setup right there. That's the first
You know what?
part."
Now that I hear you say it, wait, just mock me. Do what you just said. Just repeat what I said. Because you know what? I think like when I heard you just do that, just like listening to it, my stomach almost turned. Like I almost got disgusted with myself. So go ahead, show me what my dirty jaws smell like. Just repeat what I said. No, Jackie. I know. Just do it. Just do it. What you just heard me do. Like you said, it's a backstory. In your mind, that's what you said. I need to hear what you heard because that first glimpse, I'm like, wait a minute, hold, that's me? I didn't know. So wait, please.
Look,
I'm listening.
I was sleeping, but I'm not sleeping anymore. Matthew. Oh God. So your normal calls to be when we don't usually, we haven't talked in a while, in a minute. So your normal calls to me when you call, Jackie, hey, what's up? What's going on, Jackie? Hey, so this is what blah 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 blah. You go into it, and then like, or how you doing, or what's going on, and it's like kind of upbeat. But today, this morning, this was you. This is you. And I said hello. You said, hey, like, I don't even remember what you said. Hey, Jackie.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, hey, sound like you were sleeping. I was like, yeah, I was sleeping. And he was like, well, it's good to hear your voice. And I survived. I was like, uh-oh. All right. I was like, look, my eyes open up. I was waiting, my eyes open up wide. See, up here. That's the setup. I survived. And that means, okay, we got to I got to hear the backstory. What has he just went through? He about to say, here's the snowball at the top of the mountain, and it's about to start rolling down. Look, once he said that, he just pushed it, and I'm about to hear how the snowball rolled down, and it got bigger and bigger until it got to the bottom.
Yeah, that is pretty doggone funny. Or funny or disgusting or
it's
something.
Funny.
It's something.
It's funny, Matt. It's funny.
Because you know what?
God.
You know what, Jackie? The thing about it is that, like, again, I would not be in the position or the situation I'm in right now if, when you look at all the building blocks of your life, there's certain stuff you could do without. You know what I'm saying? Like I could do without frozen ice on my windshield. Like frozen ice on my windshield, it does not contribute to my life at all. Not even a little. My life is not made better. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
And if somebody would say, well, if you didn't have ice on your windshield, there wouldn't be coffee in the Bahamas. Shut up. I don't, you know what I'm saying? Like, don't tell me the virtues of
Don't tell me that.
Right. I don't care. And you know what? For all I know, if you're not going to have no doggone coffee in the Bahamas, all of them just need to be asleep all day. I don't care about coffee in the Bahamas. You know what I'm saying? Just
because you're not dealing with what I'm dealing with here in the Northeast or the Midwest, Northwest. You know, you're not dealing with that.
Exactly. It just It doesn't
bring me to the Bahamas so I can experience what your problem is.
Right. So yeah, you know. But
oh my God, what's going on, Matt?
I've turned. If I had not had the building blocks of my life to where I'm at right now, I would not be in the position I'm in to do what I'm doing and doing. I'm getting ready to do and do what's having been done. One moment I always got to thank you for is that season of my life where I was able to call you and vent, talk back and forth, just develop into what would be called a television personality, a radio personality, or a artist or whatever. Somebody that, hey, you know what? Let me see what Matt got to say about this. Let me see what Matt, you know what I'm saying? Like you helped me because the conversations that we would have, it was helping me. It was like listening to morning drive radio of my two favorite people, me and my homie, you know what I'm saying, you know, us or whatever. Yeah. So I really appreciate that. So it is hilarious that you would say that. And if this was a radio show that I was listening to every day or whatever, I think I would be laughing just as hard as you and me was laughing if I was just looking on. You know what I'm saying? Like, I would be.
I don't care how our conversations start off, that look, you were so calm, like I was asleep, so you knew my voice was like, it's the morning voice, I'm asleep, Matt, but okay, I'm waking up though, and then your voice was like, no matter what it is, like we end up laughing about, like busting out, going to laugh every single time. Every time we're on the phone, every single time. Like, it could be so serious, like I could have been in a car accident. No, I'm not going to be in one, Lord. But, and we end up busting out going to laugh like, about somebody. Yep, my arm was hanging out the window, Matt, and look, I was looking at it. I was like looking around the back of the window, saying, "Is that my arm hanging out the front of the window?" We would have been laughing. I don't care what it was. How bad?
Yes.
Oh man.
And see, the thing about it is that over the years, thinking about life and what I want to do with this. What are you going to do in this day? What are you going to do this season or whatever? Part of me, like what I had decided, is that I want to do, let me do a music album. If I go by old standards, standards meaning like during Richard Pryor's day or Eddie Murphy's day, is that like, if I was me with my talent and my ability, let me do one music album every year, and then on odd years, and then on even years do release a comedy special. You know what I'm saying? Where I stand up and talk for an hour. You know what I'm saying? And make people laugh. But now it's like, you know what? We got all the social. There's so many avenues of approach. And if your goal is to be Kim Kardashian or Beyonce, or if your goal is to be just super famous, which is not my goal, then your day-to-day existence is about something different. my goal is to do just like you said, have fun in the moment while I'm accomplishing God's will for my life. You know what I'm saying? You know, and for us to be laughing, because it's just, I love that and I appreciate that. And hopefully, you know, now that I'm 45, you know, you think about your mortality more than you do. You know, every year you think more and more about your mortality.
Yes. And even when you don't think about it, your mortality say, hey, I'm right here.
Your mortality be thinking about you.
I need you to know. Oh, yeah, that's why you can't bend that leg like you used to. I need you to know I'm right here, and I'm not going nowhere. Oh, that ache behind that in that foot, that ache right there. Yeah, the reason you trying to look cute, but that little limp you got, I just want you to know I'm here. I know you think you cute, Jackie, but I need you to know. I need you to know I'm right here.
That is so funny. Absolutely. No, but
yeah, Martelli talked to me last night. Martelli was like,
he was talking to you last night. What was he saying?
So my my old
I'm sorry. I'm cracking up. Did you say mortality must have been around and moved into an apartment like close by you?
I'm telling you, mortality said, you think you I'm gonna show you something. Look, mortality is the one that said, I can show you better than I can tell you.
Holy crap, that is hilarious.
Oh my God.
That is hilarious. Is there a situation that come? Is there a situation that came with it? Okay, yeah. What happened? Go ahead.
So my one of my old hairstylists, her name's Jay. I went. She had invited us 3 years ago to a wedding. So my on Facebook the pictures will pop up like 3 years ago. This is an event you were at or something like that. So it I wasn't thinking about it, but it had popped up that me and Justice went to her wedding, and she all the women wore white and all the guys wore black, and so it was really fun. I had a great time when I was there, and it was beautiful. She was beautiful. So her anniversary, her and the husband's anniversary was yesterday. I'm trying to make sure, was it the 14th? It was the 15th yesterday. So she sent out a text because it's 3 years now. It's 3 years ago. She said, hey, you guys, it's our anniversary coming up, and we wanted to kind of celebrate with you guys. They celebrated themselves, just them two, the day before, doing, husband-wife stuff. And they was like, we want to celebrate with you guys. Let's go out to the Common. This restaurant/bar that plays, pretty good music. And they kind of turn up a little bit at night, a little bit. And so she said, we want to do like 7 o'clock. Let us know, if that time is good for you guys on last night. So me and her had already been talking. She had been texting me. She was looking for another job, and I was like, she was looking at where I work at. She was like, oh, well, never mind. But I had been getting calls back and forth because of my experience from agencies and other. I've been getting calls to see if I'm on the job market.
And if you're on the job market. Oh.
Yeah, if I'm looking for something, because of the demand right now is so high for jobs, like specific jobs in HR and other jobs. It's so high right now. And the world has changed, and it's more of a remote. A lot of some are on site or hybrid, where you work 3 days in the office and you work from home 2 days, or reverse. And so me and her had been talking because she was looking for something, and I had I had sent her a couple of job opportunities and got her resume and kind of edited it, helped her, and then sent it to a couple of recruiters that I knew were looking for a healthcare professional, right? And so we had already been talking. And so she sent out a group text and said, hey, so, you know, we want to meet at 7 at this place. Let us know on a separate individual text if you'll be able to make it, you know, if that time works for you. So I said, where is this supposed to be at? I said, you said up north. I said, is it here? And she said, yes, in Frisco. I said, okay. I said, and I texted her. I said, yeah, I'm down. I'll go. And and you know, so because I really love her. I mean, she was my first really sincere, kind-hearted, and good at her job as far as hairstylist. Yeah. So I enjoyed my time when I would go see her, where we talked and laughed and stuff like that. So we just kept, when she stopped doing hair, we just kept in contact.
Okay, yeah.
And then her wedding came up. When I met her before she got met the guy, when she had just started dating him, because she met him online. Okay. And so, and he's from New York, just as sweet as you want to be, just as sweet and kind. But anyway, she So she invited everybody, and I around 2:00 I realized how much work I had to do, and then I had to run some errands. I said, yeah, I won't make it at 7. So I texted her at 2:00 to say, I got to do some things. I won't make it at 7. I should be there around 8:00. You know. So I got my stuff together, and I said, oh yeah, and she's pretty too, like. She's beautiful. She has a beautiful spirit, but she's pretty too. And so I was like, yeah, let me make sure I'm cute, because I said she don't half step when she go out, and she with her husband. I said she does not half step. I said, so let me make sure. Let me get my lace front wig. Let me get that. Let me get some contacts in here and look, some color contacts and look cute. So, and her friends that hang out with her are usually like the same. So I couldn't have. So I did. I got dressed and I went on there. And so when I got there, I went to the front to say, hey, you know, I'm looking for somebody. And then I heard somebody say, Jackie. And I look over at the table. And they reserved the table for like 10 people. So when I got there, wasn't nobody there. I said, well,
no, what, are you serious? Like you got there early, or they just were real late?
I was late. So
based on what you thought.
Yes, because she said 7:00. So the text was 7:00. I texted to let her know I would be late because I wouldn't make it till 8. And then when I did finally finished up running my errands and got back home, got dressed, when I left, I already knew. I said, ooh, it's going to be after 8. They may be going, because they were going to go there, and then they were going to go over to the Electric Cowboy. And this is all over in the Star area, this new area in Frisco, Texas, where the new practice stadium is for the Dallas Cowboys. So everything over in that area, and sometimes some of the Dallas Cowboys hang out at the Electric Cowboy. So it's another bar slash type. They have DJ and stuff like that, right? Play good music. So she said, yeah, and then the text said probably go there after we eat. So I get there, and it's like 7 minutes after 8. As I'm parking, I text her, say, hey, I'm parking. I'm on my way to you guys. And so I get in there. I'm like, it's going to be like a whole bunch of folks talking and laughing and stuff. I roll up, and I hear Jackie, and I look, and I see them, and I'm looking like, where's everybody else?
Oh, it's a small, in other words, things are not shaping up like you thought it was going to be.
Yes. And so, you know, her husband being a New Yorker that he is, he was like, so you see everybody that showed up, right? I was like, yeah. He said, yeah, this is everybody. I was like,
did it turn found out that they was tricking you into a double date or something like
Oh, no. That he was being sarcastic to say all the people that said that they were going to come out, no one showed up. He said we had to go ahead and order because we were hungry.
Oh, okay,
I was like, yeah. I said I had already told Jay I was working, and then I had some errands to run. I was going to be late. And she hugged me. She said, I'm so happy you came. So we're sitting there laughing and talking, and he was like, so, Jay, tell me the backstory of you and Jackie again, because I like hearing the backstory. So we're talking and everything like that. So, and he compliments. He said, you look really nice, that pink, because I had on pink and navy blue. He said, that pink, you rocking that pink. I said, thank you. And she was like, yeah. She told him backstory. Anyway, so I think we're there chit-chatting for another maybe 20 minutes, 25 minutes, and then another couple, married couple comes in, a younger couple comes in, and Jay's like, yeah, Brittany, and I forgot the guy's name. We all talking. And so this is when Martelli starts speaking. So we I order a little appetizer, and we're chit-chatting, and I'm listening to them, and we're all laughing and talking and stuff like that. And now we done been there a minute. And so she said, let's go to the Electric Cowboy Show. That's where the music and stuff is. Brother, I'm telling you what, Martelli said, you've been sitting all day, and this left knee has not been moving. Trying to get up out of the chair, my knee was like, pop, 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 pop.
Oh, no.
I said, oh, no. I looked, I was like, and it was hurting. It hurt. I was like, oh, no. So me and look, my best dancing, Martelli said, you could just see that I did not, like, the music got good, and I was like, hey, we sitting there together. So I chair danced. I was like, no, bro. You ain't about to show out on me. Not today. I'll seat dance over here on this little couch with Jalen. So it'll look like I'm rocking real hard.
There's nothing worse than calling in sick to your job where you work from home. You know what I'm saying?
Yes. Yeah, that right there, and then some of them girls they dropped it like it's hot. Yeah, look, not bad. Like,
in other words, you were seeing all these people dancing, and they came to dance.
Well, a couple of people did, because they were more standing around than dancing. So you see a couple people here and there, but it was more. It's like more of a socialized area. But that when a couple songs came on, and I was like, there you go. I saw one girl, she dropped it. I was like, there she goes. She came back up, and I mean, she didn't have on the booty shorts or nothing like that. But she dropped it. I said, I said, yeah. I looked at my knee. I said, yeah, all we can do is let it down like it's warm. We can't drop it like it's hot no more.
No. Well, Jackie, look, here is actually the question. I got two questions for you about what you just said. Number one, at what point in your life were you no longer able to drop it like it's hot?
Probably, I would say last year.
Okay.
Last year, because my being in working from home has its benefits that I love, and then the disappointments that I hate. So
what are the disappointments that you hate? I've never heard that statement before.
So like being at home, like, because I work, you'll work more than the hours you will work if you were driving to the office.
Yes, absolutely, right. It kind of almost balances out to a degree.
Yeah, so I'll go to the kitchen, grab something to eat, and then come right back, sit down at the desk and work through my lunch and eat. Like I'm eating and stuff like that. So, yeah, but before, I'll leave the office or go downstairs to the cafe, get something to eat, may sit down there, take a break from there to eat. And so that's walking downstairs as a lot of times, or sometimes if I didn't want to take my lunch, I had 2 15-minute breaks. So I would just go down and walk, or take a walk and get some exercise in. Here, doing this, no, the what I hate is sitting on my butt all day. And so my knee, that's when my knee started bothering me.
Okay.
And
because you were sitting on your butt all day.
I'm sitting out all day, and I'm not walking nowhere, and I'm not exercising. So it's like, COVID, COVID 20, COVID 30, however you want to say it. Work from home. I was like, yeah. And so if I eat and I come back and sit down, it's not going nowhere. It's not burning. Like, I don't have that metabolism I had when I was little. Like, I could eat the whole kitchen, like everything you cook. Give me 2, 3 plates. And I'm going outside, get on my bike, go run, and I'm skinny. People used to call me Stream Bean. They won't call me that no more. If they remember that from school, the Stream Bean, when they see me, they'll be like, nah, that's not Stream Bean no more.
What is that? Steak and potatoes is
she's been, look, Stream Bean is a vegetable. She's been promoted to a full-size fruit, a full fruit. Like, full-size fruit. So it went from Stream Bean to pear. So, so I was like, I'm gonna have to do better. Like, at first, when the work from home started, COVID, I was fine. I was still exercise, but after I came back, like I want to say at the end of last year, and then this year, I was walking a little bit, and then I was doing okay. I wasn't in no pain, no problem, no pain. But mortality said, oh, you can act like you don't want to walk anymore, but I'm going to let you know you're going to have to get your tail up, and you're going to have to go back walking. Because if you don't, I'm going to increase the pain on that knee. How about that? How about I'm going to make you walk?
Wow. And so mortality is kind of like that person that's walking around with you all the time, snapping on you and just reminding you, that
this is how old you are, and if you don't do this, if you don't do these things, this is what I'm gonna show you better than I can tell you. I'm gonna show you what to do.
That's funny.
You're gonna be in pain. So,
well, I just wrote the hook. I just wrote the hook on a song. And got the beat. So I got the beginning elements of a song called Dad Bod.
What?
I decided to if I'm going to be doing what I'm doing, I'm going to have some Weird Al Yankovic elements. I'm going to have some Fresh Prince of Bel-Air elements. I'm going to have some fun. I'm going to have some fun in my life instead of being like I was, got to do the will of God. We got to save a soul. You see what I'm saying? Like, because when you met me, Jesus was coming back. But it's like I done had a whole house in foreclosure, and I've been homeless, ex-wife, drama. It's like I guess I just got to live my the life that not what everybody telling me is important. So the dad bod song, the concept of it is where the how there's songs that teach, head, shoulders, knees, and toes, saying to teach kids whatever. This dad bod song, it was inspired by my son and my daughter. Yesterday they were with me, and I was wearing some coveralls, and I just put some underwear on, put the coveralls on. And coveralls are, you put them on it, and the strap is over the shoulders and all of that, right? So I got a 6-year-old daughter and a 10-year-old son, and we're hanging out during my 2 hours, and I'm getting ready to leave, so they're hugging me, and my son just decides he's going to start roasting me about my outfit. Like, he just, my son, this has never happened. Like, what happened yesterday, and I got the audio of it, so I got it all to make a perfect dad bod song. But my son, as much attention as I gave to him, I cut the umbilical cord, of both of my children, holding them. And I'm familiar with every nook and cranny of my children, as they age. And so it's fascinating to see your son, just like with your daughter, you're looking at a young lady developing, and you remember, you flash back to your life and go back. So it's fascinating. But this one is it's kind of in reverse, and that's what dad bod is. It's a little bit of it's a reverse of that. Like the song Stevie Wonder, "Isn't She Lovely?" Where he's saying all this stuff about his daughter as she was born. This one is sort of a reverse, like the child saying this about the parents. And right, and so the concept, the hook goes dad bod. Okay, now the dad bod, it is you look at a body part and you just acknowledge what you see, right? Dad bod, hair out his knuckles. How did dad get hair coming out his knuckles? Like, how does dad have hair sticking out of his ears? Why is there hair sticking out of his ears? What is that piece of dandruff? Or why does he have dandruff coming out of his ears? My children, while they were with me, they grabbed my head. They grabbed my head, and I have to use dandruff shampoo pretty much every day. If I miss 2 days of washing my hair, which sounds ridiculous because usually I shave my head, so I don't have this problem. But now I've been letting my hair grow. Mortality is speaking. Right. Check out me sitting at my desk, and I might scratch my head, and then some flakes will fall down.
That's the snow.
Right. Like, what the heck is this?
That's the snow falling, yes.
My son, he starts grabbing my hair. He starts scratching it and looking at it. He said, "Dad, look at all this dandruff." They did. Yesterday, on Thursday night, my son and my daughter did a head-to-toe inspection of me like I was in the military at 18, 19. When they inspect you, my son he went to the hair, and then my daughter's looking at my beard and made some comments or whatever. My son, I got the coveralls on, right? My son and my daughter, they stick their arm in my coveralls, and they're touching my leg. He said, "Dad, do you not have on pants under this?" I said, "Son, you're looking at the pants." And he's like, "Dad, you don't have pants on under this?" And he's touching my underwear. He's touching my leg. I feel so violated. Now, as this is going on,
oh, God.
I feel so violated, Jackie. I feel so violated. I'm standing there, and listen, just let me. I have to add this to the story just so there's perspective on this. Okay. Valerie set up cameras so that when I'm sitting with my children in the driveway, she can look. Her and her mother, they can sit down and just watch their TV and just watch what's going on, right? Mm-hmm. And usually I park in the area different from the cameras. But Thursday was the 14th, the day before the first anniversary of me and Valerie being married, where I'm no longer married. So that's the significance of the day. And I went into that Thursday knowing the significance of that Thursday and Friday to me. I knew that, right? And anybody who knows the calendar between me and Valerie, both of us know what October 15th means. We both know, right? So anyway.
Oh, my God. I didn't realize. Dog, you and Jay were both.
Yeah.
That's two weddings that I've been to on October 15th. Oh, my God.
Yeah. And so I'm capturing this moment. My point is that I'm capturing the audio of this moment, but Valerie is sitting. I don't know if she was. I don't know. But she's probably sitting, looking in, watching my children, because I decided I was going to this day park where if she's watching, go ahead and let her do it. So she could get, hey, here's your anniversary show. This is the first one. And, I'm doing good. So, I'm not paying no child support. Even though I don't like the custody arrangement. It's angering for a woman that the man ain't paying the child support. But anyway, the children are doing a head-to-toe inspection, basically almost molestation. Like, I felt violated because my son got his arm in my left leg, and my daughter got her arm in the right side because she just followed him doing what he do. And then my daughter, I'm standing there. The coveralls I got on, they're baggy. So everything, all the weight of these coveralls, the buttons and the hook are like very important to make this outfit work.
Yes,
like,
they are. Yes, they are, Matthew.
Without that button and without that hook with the button, those are not coveralls. They're on the floor. And that's it before everybody in your birthday suit, okay?
Yes.
And it wasn't my birthday. That's my anniversary. You see what I'm saying? So what I'm saying.
Ooh, okay, go ahead. I was like, I knew the story.
This is
God.
This is the thing I was going to tell you when I first started talking. We got into mortality, so we just got to let mortality have his role in this conversation.
Yes, we do.
She said, y'all want to bring me up? Listen, mortality sat down on your side and my side with a cup of coffee and is directing this conversation right now.
Yes. God.
My children are molesting me. And so what I pictured in my mind is while this is going on, that Valerie's watching my children molest me. You see what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yes.
And my son is touching the hair on my calves. It's like, ew, you got hair on your calves. Now, the reason why the discovery process of looking at a child, my son doing that, is you compare your body with the body of, I did the same thing when I was, 15.
Adult. Mm-hmm.
But I didn't do what Nathan, like I didn't do what my son and my daughter did. Like I've never done that to my dad. But so that's why it felt so like weird. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
So I'm standing there, and so this is all going on. And when I left, I thought about that in a couple other moments, and so I said, so describing just like if you that head, shoulders, knees, and toes, where it's teaching a child about the parts of the body and how they work and the joints and this and the hip bone connected to the knee bone and the foot bones connected to the ear, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like that's kind of the mood that I wanted to have, but it's a discovery of the dad's body and honoring the dad, basically saying, look, these are. I'm gonna give you sort of some bullet point list, a summary of things that my son pointed out to me. He said, "Dad, your hairline is." He mentioned the hairline. He mentioned balding in certain parts of my top of my head. He mentioned dandruff. He said something about the beard, and like he said to me randomly. This is on the fourth. He said to me, "Dad, why do you have gray hair on your beard and black hair on the top of your head? Why?"
Oh God!
Jackie, I got all this audio. I have the audio of these moments. Okay, so I'm telling you about it, but I lived through it, and people will be able to hear that moment that I'm talking about. Like I'm just, you know what I'm saying? So that's why I'm doing. I learned to do a good job of being in the moment, and sometimes not being of the moment, being both. I'm capturing the moment while I'm in the moment. You see what I'm saying?
Yes.
And sometimes just letting the moment happen without, anything. So he mentioned, they mentioned, like I said, hair on my legs, the fact that I'm wearing underwear and not pants underneath my pants, my coveralls. Naomi, she four times, and she did it so quick that I don't even understand how her fingers even understand how buttons like that work. Like, she's never worn an outfit, as far as I know, like mine, like coveralls. Okay?
Oh, yeah.
It's possible, but it's like when she ties her shoes, it takes her about 2 minutes to tie the shoes properly. She does a good job. She does a better job than I did and that even my son did when he was learning to tie shoes. But, the speed with which she ties her shoes, I would expect that amount of speed when she's dealing with any type of attachment, a belt, opening a door or whatever. This girl walks over to my coveralls and just snaps both buttons on the front, and now my pants is about to fall down. I said, oh, baby. Nathan got one arm down my pants, and then she's cracking up, unbuttoning them. So now I'm standing there, and and if Valerie might have the video of this situation. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yes.
She might. I just got the audio, I said, oh, my God, what are y'all doing? And then I saw putting it back together, and then, it got buttons on the right side and the left side. Naomi unbuttoning some of them. I said, baby, could you wait? Do I have to? What are y'all doing to me?
Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. You were violated.
I was violated. I might have a complaint.
Look, you were the exploration project that day. You were the project she wanted to explore, and so did Nathan. So it was like, we're going to take this apart, and then we're going to put it back together. And we're going to see how this works. We're going to ask questions. Oh, my God.
So that moment kind of inspired the song Dad Bod, because as he was doing it, he was mentioning the stuff, and it was breaking me down. Like, my son has never broke me down like this. You know what I'm saying? Like, When I left there a little bit traumatized. Like what is that?
Was mortality sitting in the passenger seat looking at you? So how'd you think about that visit?
That is hilarious.
Oh, no. We started with this mortality thing. You started that. Man. I can't let it go. I'm trying to let it go. I'm trying to get him out of the room. I'm trying to put him out.
Oh, my God. Mortality boy. No. You know how military people, we count days. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if you remember anybody in your life as, dealing with military people where they're like, hey, probably me, 2 more weeks and a wake up and I'm out of here. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if you remember that. But I'm working on a song called 27 Hours with Me. That's the name of the song, 27 Hours with Me. Because I did a calculation a couple of months ago where in a given month, there is 744 hours. and it get like a 30-day month roughly. You know what I'm saying? Some days that's 28 days. Mm-hmm. So you got to kind of, depending on the month. But generally speaking, a month has 744 hours in it. And based on the way that the schedule of me that I have to quote, visit my children. I raise my children, visit my children. It is cumulative 27 hours or less per month. She has my two children for 717 hours per month, minimum 717. Mm-hmm. And I have them maximum 27 hours. And at any part of them 27 hours, she can change the venue, she can block them from seeing me, and when I call the cops or try to do anything to get her rebuked for doing that, mm-hmm. Nobody does anything. Some of them don't even placate me and say, you could placate somebody and say, I understand how you feel, and I'm going to write it up and, and fake it. Some of them just blatantly
outright don't care.
Just outright, you know what I'm saying? And it's very, it's heart-wrenching. It's heart-wrenching. And so during my 27 hours, I don't like, at minimum, if that's what it's going to be, 2 hours Tuesday, 2 hours Thursday, 6 hours Saturday, 2 hours Thursday, 2 hours Tuesday, 2 hours Thursday, nothing on Saturday. And then in the middle of the week, I don't even talk to them. There's no conversation. It's just, so what my life has become is living in the most boring city or town that I've ever lived in, Toma. And basically all I'm doing with my day is looking at the clock and looking at the calendar, waiting for my portion of the 744 hours. I despise it. Now, of course, I do other stuff. You know what I'm saying? But you understand my scenario, because now that's why I sent you. I don't know if you saw the YouTube video.
Oh, yes, I want to tell you, and I saw.
Did you listen to that? Oh, you didn't listen to it.
I got to watch some of it while I was working so much, and remember,
in other words, you just had the sound off. You were just looking at the video part of it.
No, I had the sound on. So I had it on my phone. Yeah. I was sound on and video on while I was working, so I got to hear some of it, and then I had to start working. I was working. I was between working and people calling me and people texting me and stuff like that. But I was enjoying seeing your kids interact with you. I was enjoying that, and I listened to some of that, but I didn't get to listen to all of it.
No big deal.
On the phone. But I did.
What you looked at, what you saw, that's the format. That's going to roughly right now in this stage be the format of the podcast or show that I'm calling Bino and My Babies. Meaning that the premise of the show, just like, you watch your favorite show or whatever, the premise of this show is it's sort of a reality show, because these videos and the audio are real. You know what I'm saying? That's one thing. It's real. And none of it is scripted, so it's a real situation, so I'm capturing that. So it has a reality show element to it. But then also there's a narrative part, because any show that is successful on TV, somebody had to massage the content to bring out the best elements of it. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Whatever the jokes. Like in our conversation about the mortality, we could just tell the stories, but the reason why we were laughing is because we figured out how to tell stories to each other and identify and just enjoy each other's company. So it's fun. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So with the Beano and my babies, I'm glad you said it like that. I appreciate what you said. Like I said, you're looking at it. Part of it, me doing that is a little bit of venting. Because when it's venting, and it is me wanting and desiring to change the narrative of the planet so that it suits what I need. In other words, women like Valerie, it's almost like they had a downhill, the wind was behind their back, and gravity is helping out. Everything that she did to get to where she's at, she didn't have to sweat hard, in my opinion. She might have had emotional turmoil, just like anybody would. But to get where she's at, it wasn't hard. The judge was already predisposed to screw me over. The system says man doesn't do child support, he goes to jail. Like if you threatening with jail. Woman, blocks it from the children, nobody does anything and nobody cares enough to do anything about it. You know what I'm saying? Nobody's protesting. Nobody's standing out on the street. Nobody's jumping in front of cars or nobody's working on the law. There's nothing going on to stop this heartbreaking part of man where a man is reduced to a child support amount. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And I understand why. So it's not like I'm ignorant to the way the world is, but it's almost similar to the abortion debate, and I have never been in that situation because both my children were conceived on purpose. Both of my children were conceived. Valerie and me set the date that of their birth dates. I set those dates with Valerie. We set those dates. Not saying I just picked the date out of the sky. My son will be born on this. No, based on everything that you say, what day we're going to do this. All right, we're going to do it this day. Boom. You see what I'm saying? So these children mean a lot to me. They mean something to me. And I value my contribution to my children's life to maybe 1%. If you say 50, you ever heard that song, Let's Go Half on the Baby? You ain't never heard that song before? Right, because you're a church girl. You churchy church, almost all your adulthood, right? I forgot who sang the song, but Let's Go Half on the Baby. Like, what?
That's funny. The title is so funny. I do have something to say.
Please.
I do. So I want you to listen because, Lord, you give me the words. Help me to say exactly how I feel like you're speaking in my mind. You're telling me. So, with your children,
yeah.
Because personally, I get on the serious side, I get a little emotional. I do personally. I feel like the Lord, sees your heart, or not just sees it, knows the intents of your inner workings of your heart. And as you were talking, I was hearing this, and Lord, help me. And as I'm speaking, as things come to me, it'll just come out because I don't even know how to say it. So it's like I was seeing your son as later on in life. I mean, not in life, but like a few years from now, like maybe 1, 2, 3, 4 years in that teenage life where he will be requesting and saying, I want to go see Dad. So what you're suffering now with all the restraint and withholding the love the love that you and your children share when you're together, the barrier, the wall, all of that is going to, because of the love,
it's going to what?
Diminish.
It's going to diminish. That's what you said.
Like diminish or be demolished. You know, like a demolition crew comes in and knocks down a wall that's been up for a while. That you can't get to the other side. The only way you can get there, you have to have an opening through the wall. And so I feel like all of that is going to be demolished, or it's however God's going to do it, he's going to do it. I feel like that. Now, what I was hearing was like the time that you have with them, because you broke it down in hours and hours, and it's sticking with you. That is sticking with you. And like once it came to you, those the 2 hours, the 2 hours that you have out of you said 27, but 24 hours.
Yeah.
Like 24 hours a day.
In other words, it's a cumulative if you add up 2 hours on Tuesday, 2 hours on Thursday, 6 hours every other Saturday. If you add that up, it comes to 27.
27.
Right.
So 27 hours, right? And think about this, because it's all like this is in my chest. That 27 hours out of a month that you have, out of a month, or like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Think about that with your children. Whatever you do, however you speak, whatever you say, think about that as your tithe.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I got you.
And I'm saying that because God is that's how He's giving it to me. Those 2 hours, or his 2 hours, he's tithing into his children.
It really is. It essentially 1 or 2 days out of a month is the 10% or a tithe of the full month. I'm with you on that.
So I'm not. Now that came from him. That's not me. Me
and God have talked extensively about tithing and all that. So I feel you on that. I appreciate that. Yeah.
And so he's so with him telling me that, he's like in my rationalizing in my brain. So when you tithe, this percent, this 10% or whatever, when you tithe, he said, that's that like dedicated to me. That right there is just dedicated to me or whatever. And you get a return, because you get a blessing, because, we've heard that preach up, down, back, back.
Oh, yeah, so exactly.
He's going to get, so it was like he was showing me, you're going to get a return on the invested time and the love that you placed, that time you have with your children. You're going to get a return on that. Yeah. And what the pain, the agony, the grief, the frustration, the anger, the rage, all of that, and that has affected you, when it comes back, when God brings that back to you to say, this is what your return, this is what you suffered for this. You suffered for this return that you see. And it's probably going to bring tears to your eyes. But the suffering you're going through, and you have been going through here with Valerie, with those children, and the love that you have for them, and the time that you spend, you're going to see the return on that, the retribution, like the return on her trying to keep them away, trying to keep them away, because it'll be a point. One thing we know that in life, that it will always be change. We are always changing. We're always getting older, or something's going to always change. So that the tide will turn, and they will get to the age that they understand and figured out everything that's going on and what's the truth and what's a lie, and then they, you know what I'm saying, and they'll have their own mind and growing into their own selves and be able to make their own decision and say, I understand what you're saying, Mom, but I'm going to see that. And then when they're grown, it will not be you can't go see him. It will be, I'm on my own and I'm grown and I'm going to see my dad.
Right.
I'm spending time. You know what?
Right.
Or I'm a teenager now. Dad, are you coming to look at the game? Or I want to go spend the night at Dad's house. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to spend the weekend over there with him. It's summertime. I'm going to stay with Dad. Like 16, that 15, 16, 17-year-old age, or starting at 14 usually, that's, you know, you kind of want, that's when they kind of want that time with, you know, especially with their dad. Of course when you're young, but that age is always, that age bracket is always the age that they need their father and their mother in their lives, need to be present. They need us present at that time. But what I just kept seeing was that was like the time you spent with them is like you're tithing that, and because you were always a sower. As long as I can remember, you have always sown some form of a seed in somebody's ministry or in a individual or in a group. So, I mean, you have always sown in some form of fashion. And so even now when you're with them and you, I know you and God have had a conversation, the value of what you talk about or what you do, or even when you're having fun, of what you plan on doing with them during this time is the most crucial time of their lives. That time is the most important and most crucial because you're the dad. You're the authority figure. You're what they see, you know, even though it's going to always be the days like the overall days. It's going to always be those days, always. But it'll be other days where you're explaining, hey, look, Nathan, this, you know, let me show you this. This is what I've done for a living. This is how you need to do your finances. This is where I messed up. This is where I'm teaching you need to do this now. Like, start when you get your little job or whatever it is. Make sure you're doing this, or you're saving here, or you're doing that. Or make sure you're respecting, whether it's respecting people that are of older age. Everything that you know that, like, yeah, I need to instill that, all that, those vital things and other things. Hey, it's time. Let's talk about these girls. I know they running behind you now. You know what I'm saying? Let's have a conversation, because you don't want no child before it's time for you to explore what life is about and understand. This is what we need to talk about. Whatever time, your 2 hours, your 27 hours a month, however you do it. This time we're going to the park. This time let's go get some cotton candy. They got a fair in town. All that. Let's go here. Whether you taking them to practice, whatever it is, they're going to remember those 2 hours or 27 hours for the rest of their life. Those 2 hours you spend with them is making more of an impact on their minds at the age they are now, and even in the future there will be, and you'll have more time with them in the future. That's making more of an impact than the whole day with Valerie. That that is making the time you're sowing, that tithe is making more of an impact than Valerie's offering. It's making more of an impact on them because, first of all, me and you both know the attention span of a human being is short-lived. Like when you're with them. When you're with a person all the time, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, you kind of sometimes take them for granted or I'm not going to do that. But it's like you're in the dating phase. It's like you're married and been married for years, but your time is like we're in the dating phase and we're dating, and it's like and it's on a short amount of time when you're dating. You go out on a date, you're there for maybe an hour or 2 hours, you're out eating and stuff, and then you're gone. And that person remembers you remember what happened on that date. You remember what you talked about. You remember sometimes what that person was wearing, how they looked, their hair looked, and stuff. It's more, you pay more attention to the details of everything. As a parent,
and the time spent apart is like thinking about. It's like going from step to step. It's like your memory. You're thinking of the last time that y'all were together, and then anticipating and looking forward to the next time together.
Yes, that's it. So don't even complain no more. Or you can vent as much as you want. Go
the road. I feel you. I know what you mean. The difference between complaining versus venting / addressing. I'm tracking. But
it's like because sometimes people don't even see it's a setup. There's no way Valerie can see that. No way that Valerie can see that what the intent of the enemy the enemy is using her to like the intent to hurt or separate you from the children or make you mad or like to have the children turn against you. The setup that she's tried that she's been doing and trying to block you and all that she has no idea that all those events that she has done to purposely the evil part. Now, whatever's good is good, but the heartache.
Everybody knows their motives when they're doing stuff.
Yes,
she knows her motives when she does this or that.
The motive behind that, she has no idea. That is a setup for you. That was all that 2 hour sowing. Those are all seeds you sown all this time. Even if it was 1 hour, even if they got to see you for 30 minutes, all that was a seed drop in them all this time. And it's just starting to be watered and it's starting to grow. As they grow, that seed grows. It grows as they grow. That every time they see you, it's growing more. Then eventually, the seed is going to outgrow all the tares.
Oh, my God.
It's going to outgrow, and it's going to push. The tares might be there on the side, but it'll be a little, you know how you see a little small weed, but the grass, the whole yard is green. The whole yard is green. It's weeds just around the edges of the sidewalk, and you just go through and pluck them out with your hands. So it's a setup. She don't see, she just set you up for the kids to want to be with you on their own as they get older, when they have the freedom to know how to take the bus to get to you, or if they have a car, to know how to get in the car and drive to your house. They'll have the freedom to do that without even telling her. And say, I'm going to see Dad. Like, look, I might skip school today, and I'm not saying that's good, but I'm coming to say, Dad, I'm coming to your house. Like,
you're saying that, like, in other words, because she's functioning that way, she set it up like this, but she didn't have to function that way.
She didn't. Where they could have loved you both and wanted to be with you both equally. You know what I'm saying? Instead of trying to say, let me do this, and this. Your dad is this, and no, you can't see them, or no, y'all going to have to do this. You ain't going to be able to see your dad today. And then you're sowing tears, but love, if anything about the Bible we know, and you know, love will overtake everything. Like, love is like a fertilizer. It will make everything green. It will overtake your love for them and the love that you have, even though Valerie's doing that, and it's hurting you so bad. It's hurting you so bad because you love your children so much. That she's doing that, but the love you have for them, I know God sees that, and that is like, it's covering all the sins. And, it said it covers a multitude. So even though it's a multitude of things, okay, both of y'all have done wrong, the children see the love. They don't see the tears.
Right.
They only time they see the tears is when Valerie brings them up, or she makes it relevant, or right then and there, and she tries to put a separation or a tear there, tries to put something there, but you're sowing seeds. The seed, and you, if anything, I know you are a strategic sower.
Come on now. Come on.
Oh my God. Places,
oh my God. Jackie, I'm talking about Jackie. If you don't know me, good. If you, man.
You sow in places that other people would not sow in. You sow in places that like or in it could be you in the store, a random stranger, and they're behind you or whatever, and they have something or whatever, and you'll say, hey, whatever, and you look at what they have, and you might have a $20 bill, and you know what you extra 20 or something. If you have it, and you know, okay, they only got two things, and it's a bag of chips and a drink. And you have like a $10 bill. You know that $10 bill is going to cover that. You pay for your stuff, and you say, hey, the person behind me, here, take this, pay, and I'm going to cover them. And you don't know who that is, but God laid it on your heart to do that. And you'll do it at the drop of a dime. You just sold into somebody's life. You don't know who that was, if they were thirsty, if that was the last little change they had. You have no idea. But because you blessed them, that made their spirit, that uplifted their spirit, that they may have been, I don't know what kind of day they had, or what they had to go home to, but it made it better for them. So that was a seed. It made it better for their day, for whatever they had to face later on. You don't know if they have someone dying in the hospital. You don't know if the kids have a child have run away from home, been adult. You don't know if they just had a bad day at work, somebody cussed them out or whatever. That seed that you sowed just randomly, or you turned around and gave them, say, hey, I want to just give hey, here, this will take care of that, and then you just walk out, or you've sown in ministry for years, in different ministries. It would never just be the ministry that you were actively a member of. You would always sow into other ministries that you would go visit, that or either their tapes, or if it's an artist that you really, you enjoy, you went to go see this artist perform, you'll buy their stuff, you'll sow in that. You will always, with me, it was the first thing, the best thing, and the most priceless thing you've ever sown was introducing the Holy Ghost, saying, hey, Holy Ghost, I need you to visit her. That right there can never be like, $1 billion, $1 trillion could never cover that. That right there. So the things that you sow with your words, the words you say, your money, all of that, you sow in multiple places. That way, later on in life, those returns come back to you in a different fold, differently. So it may be you set up with people and they've been frustrated, and you talk them off a ledge, talk them out of suicide. There's been other people that later that have listened to you, or later on, you whatever you needed at the time, it came back. So if you needed somebody to listen to you during your time of need, it was people that was available to listen to you because you had already sown that years back.
Right.
So this right here, that's set up for not only for so you reap what you sow. These kids will take care of you in your old age because of what you're sowing now. Because they see the effort and that you're making now just to spend with them. And when they say, why you only spent 2 hours with us, and the truth is because your mom and I went to court and she mandated that.
Jackie, that what you just said right there, because your mom, that is what is in that episode that I sent you. It was a 10-minute phone call, and this episode, I called it swatting wasps and hostile heifers.
Yes, I read that. I was like, and I was like, let me play. That's what made me play. I said, let me play a little bit of
Wait,
this.
so the title, when you looked at the title, what did you think? Okay, what did you think of the title? I'm glad. That's what I'm asking you. I'm so glad to know this. What did you think about the title? What went through your mind?
So the wasp thing, I was like, ooh. Now, number one, I don't like wasps. Right. So I was like, so they had my curiosity because I had a bad experience. I was stung by a bee in my back. And in the same day, after they took the stinger out, I was sitting on the front porch, and a wasp nest was on the front porch, and I wasn't paying. And a wasp was when I looked, he was already on me, on the side of me, and he stung me in my arm. The same day I was stung in my back.
Good. Oh, my God.
And so I know what it feels like to be stung by a wasp. So when I said swatting wasp, I said, oh, yeah. But when I saw the heifer part, because that's the word I used with men when I first used it, would you say that heifer? I said, did she do that? And you had never heard me really say that. I got mad. I got mad. And I was like, that heifer what? And then I said, Matt is about to go off or tell me. That's how I felt. I said, he's about to go off. I said, something that happened. I said, and he goes, I said, he's pissed off. This is a pissed off episode.
Right. So you know what? Look. Back in the day when I was down there at Fort Hood, me and Ramel, we would go over to Christian House of Prayer and grab sermon tapes and say what you would about judging a book by its cover, judging a CD or something by the title or whatever.
Yes,
there is power in the title.
It is.
And so I'm as a songwriter, and thank God I got 700, 800 instrumentals that I got, and I have unlimited power to record something and turn it into a final product like what you got. I did that. That took me, what I sent you, that took me literally, that took me about 30 minutes at the most from start to finish in terms of putting the elements together, putting the intro, the outro, and the clip that's in the middle, plus the video footage. All of that meaning that after all that stuff was already videotaped and recorded. You know what I'm saying? Like all of that content, I just got to sit on my hard drive. Now it's like, all right, let me put something together. And I hear the clip and I come up with the title of what it's going to be. And I learned how to make what you see in the title, how it relates to the content. You see what I'm saying? Like, swatting wasps, the significance of swatting wasps in that video is that it starts, the video footage has nothing to do with the audio. So it's not, matched up. The audio is just a bunch of B-roll. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So that has nothing to do. It's really the audio that you're listening to. So the audio is basically, it's a 10-minute clip of a phone call from start to finish between myself, Nathan, Naomi, she's probably in the room or whatever, but Valerie's listening in. And Valerie, at this point in Nathan's life, Valerie controls Nathan's mouth. She controls Nathan's she controls him, and he's a hostage, and he in some way he knows he's a hostage. But for his safety, for his whatever, he kind of has to do what she says. Like,
yep, that's wisdom,
right?
That's wisdom. But
and I taught him what I taught him when he was 6 years old. How I taught him the technical way. Hold on.
Matthew, you there? Oh, here we go.
Yeah. So, I taught my son at 6 years old, the same age Naomi is right now. I taught him the mechanics, how, just like how to drive a car.
Mm-hmm.
I taught my son how to obey Valerie and obey me at the same time. Just like Jesus obeyed the law of the spirit and the law of the land at the same time. You just saying, like, we learned how to obey God and man, whatever. I taught him that, and he did it, and he mastered. He did it, accomplished it for the first time, like riding a bike at 6 years old. And the item that was used in order to help him learn that was candy. And I still have the candy available today, and it's still, it's almost like age 6, line upon line, precept upon precept over time. So now, that's one element, the swatting wasps. Over the years, I love killing wasps. I love it. Like Valerie's mom, she sits and she has some tweezers, and she pulls hair out of her face, right? I don't understand that. I don't understand
I love the way you said, I can see your face. You said, I don't understand that. I don't understand that. I can see your face in my head. Matthew. See, you bring them back in the room. I put him out. I put Martelli out. I put him out, but you bring them back. See, when you're that age, hair starts to come out on females in these places that you're like, what in the crap is this? I'm not a man. What is this? And so that is Martelli said, hey, you didn't know I could do this, did you? Let me show you something. And so we have to pluck that stuff out or get it off. Because I don't want no, I'm not a guy. I was like, well, look, she's doing it. I'm just telling you.
Why don't you just shave?
Yeah, I can't pluck. I shave. So some women, they like to pluck that, but, like, I have one hair that comes out, like, right on the side of my, chin, and I always say, what in the crap is this? And why is this happening? Martelli said, I just want you to know you're getting older, and these are the things that happen when you get older. So how about that? I said, how about let me introduce you to what I call a razor, and I will be shaving this off. How about that? Me and you going to go back and forth at this, bro.
That is hilarious.
Yeah.
Did you say? I don't know. You said, did you call that hair? Did you call it sin? What did you call it? I don't know what the heck. What did you call?
I said, what the heck is this? What is this? And why is this coming out of off the side of my face, near my chin? And then I was
chin,
like,
that's what you said. It's chin. That's what you said. Chin. That's what
chin. I said, what is this outside my face? What is this?
Yeah.
I was looking in the mirror. I was like, oh. And I remember as a little girl, my great auntie that raised me looking at her face, and I remember looking that she had a hair on her chin, and she had a light mustache, and I used to be like, oh, as a little girl, I don't like that. Don't look right, but. She never, I don't remember her ever shaving it. But doggone it, if I'm going to have one, that's not happening. Me and Martelli going to fight. We going to fight. It's going to be, we will be brawling. I will, because I'm not going down like that. No, it's got to go.
Yeah, that's a trip. That is.
So, yeah, I love the fact you was like, I don't understand that. You were so serious, too.
It's a whole... that's a whole thing. It's a mystery to me, but I get it because I have hair, so but doggone it.
Yeah. Okay.
Hold on.
I got out the room. Mortality out the room.
No. Give me a second. I gotta do something for my dad here.
Okay.
Hold on. Dad wants to know.
Well, I need to go buy some food for the grocery store.
Yeah.
I need some breakfast. Oh, Lord. Because I'm out. I done wrote a list. I had early in the week. Still didn't go to the store and get it. Yeah. But I was going today. I need to go today and go get some milk and bacon and stuff. Look at my turkey bacon, and I need some food.
Yeah. All right. So here we go. So anyway, when I was with in the same house with Valerie and her mother, and Valerie's mother is hyper scared in different things. You know what I'm saying? Part of the reason why she's still alive is because you can't, nothing can happen. If you're scared of everything, and I'm kind of exaggerating when I say scared of everything, but if you're scared of everything, you sit in the house, so then you stay alive. It's like, whoa, you're still here. Mm-hmm. Wow. Mm-hmm. You ain't taking no risk. So,
imagine you said she ain't taking no risk. She's not stepping outside the door.
Right. It's go to the bathroom, stink it up a little bit, sit on the bed. Go to the kitchen.
Yeah, if I step outside on the porch, a strong wind might blow me over. I can't do
anything. I might because see, I'm sorry. I hate to do this.
What?
After you graced me with your presence of being one of the groomswomen or bridesmaids, rather, in my wedding, around that season, in that same season, our mother, the place that we were living in, she had to walk up it was like 5 steps. So whenever she left the house, she knew, much like anything, like when you're going somewhere, I got to remember I'm going to have traffic at this part of the thing. There's another one I'm going to have,
Mm-hmm.
So she know whenever she leave the house, she's going to have to face 5 steps. She went to face the 5 steps, right? And the space in between each step were pretty much equal except for one, which was the last one. So the last step requires like about maybe something like 1.5 inches of extra leg strength to get it up there, right? And a mother is somewhere between 300 and 500. Like, I don't know exactly because I ain't never weighed her, and I don't ever get really privy to whenever they do, put her on a scale or something like that.
Wow.
I don't know, but
that's pretty heavy.
Right. I don't know. That's something, one day down the road, if ever you're in the scenario, because I would love to know, I would love that, I'm not obsessed with weight, but, for my entire adulthood, it is every 6 months I do a weigh-in. So I'm conscious of my weight because of the military PT test. You always got to do it.
That's right.
So, so you could almost someone look at somebody and say, oh, that's about 300, that's about, and throughout my marriage, Valerie's been pretty much consistent at 250, pretty much consistent. Maybe a little fluctuation up and down, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
You would think that pregnancy would make it go. Is it no? Pretty much it's about the same. Yeah. It's like
I'm not messing with you all day. I'm not gonna mess with that.
I'm sorry. I guess I'm just throwing jabs in all type of areas.
That's all right. Throw another one. You can throw another one if you want. You got that right. I give you the liberty to throw jabs. Whenever you feel like you need to throw a jab, because you let me throw jabs when I wanted to throw it, and mine wasn't jabs. I was giving some uppercuts, and some right hooks and some left hooks. So you let me do that. So you have the grace with me.
Yes, ma'am.
To throw some jabs.
Yes, ma'am. Look, it's like, Matt, don't you know you helped me build this gym?
Yes, sir.
Oh, this is the place. Now I understand how you feel.
Yes.
So one of the things I had to overcome in the household, one of the little sermons or one of the little strongholds I had to pull down is the dominant spirit or the dominant thing of her fear controlling the house. In other words, there's so many doggone trappings and so many gadgets or whatever in order to accomplish. Somebody might fall here. Somebody might, but
wow,
you still say it was ridiculous. That's what I've lived. I've lived with that because that's what came with being with Valerie. Unfortunately, it should have just been me and her. Cleave to your wife and leave your, what I'm saying. But no, I did Bible. Cleave to your wife. She said, okay, good, cleave to us, and I'm gonna bring my mama. And my sister and my brother and I'm bringing all, So, okay. So I had to one day yell at my mother-in-law and say, Naomi is not going to fall down the stairs. And I had to use like the magic of the prophetic word. You know how when you get the prophetic word and you feel it. Not just because the person is blowing on you and all that, but I'm talking about you feel it, and the man and the frustration all coming out at one roar.
That's it.
And when I did that, she got in a wheel. She was in a wheelchair and she wheeled to her room to start crying.
I'm sorry, because it's like I saw a kid looking at you and you said that and their eyes woke up and they was like, I'm going to my room.
Yes. She went to her room and she could cry. Okay, all right. Now, okay. So, and believe me, that's one of the moments that I love because what I was doing was that they were putting, you could put trappings everywhere. I don't care. But don't put, Valerie, what she did was she put some type of, imagine the basement door that opens outward. It, from if you're going down, if you're coming up the stairs from the basement, you push the door out. If you're going down the basement, you pull the door towards you, then you go down. She put some type of stick across the door.
Oh Lord.
What?
What the what?
I come to the house and it's a stick. It's an apparatus to easily slide a stick through.
Wow.
So that I would be stuck in the basement.
Oh.
That's what I'm saying. That's what
that's what. Oh, wow. Wow.
Valerie, you got the whole house. Every room you decorated how you want. I say, hey, let's do this. You say, now I want to do that. All these toys. I said, Valerie, all we got to do is take all the baby's toys, put it down in the basement, and then the children know how. They just know the rule. No toys upstairs. That's the rule. No, I don't want it like that. Okay, F you then. Don't, in my mind. F you then.
Yeah.
Then don't get mad. I just gave you the simple solution, heifer. You hostile heifer. That's my new nickname for her. Amongst some other names. That's what hostile heifer part is. Now,
yes.
the swatting wasps is you get whenever my son and my daughter, when they see a wasp, they run.
Yeah.
When I see a wasp, I go for my spray because I figured out how to use that spray where I can get 3 of them at a time. And I got a whole, I could do about 15 minutes on just wasps and bees.
Wow.
And hopefully have you laughing. I just completed a mass murder of about 35 bees. I just did that a couple weeks ago.
He said a mass murder. He said, Lord, he said a mass murder.
It wasn't a murder. It was a murderalization. I murderalized these bees, and they was messing with my buddy, and I said, oh, for real? And it just and look, I do it like Ghostbusters, like this is just a Tuesday. Okay, it's not. I'm gonna go deal with these. Okay, no problem. Like Jesus casting out demons. I'm just gonna go over there, and they look at me like, oh no, are you coming to torment us before our time? Get ready.
That's it. I'm here. I have arrived.
Right. So what my son saw, all these, sometimes you can get so worked up with fear because he was born to Valerie's, he was born to Valerie. Valerie, part of what's in her DNA is her mama in that fear thing.
Yes, that's true.
So it's in there. So, but me, I got the natural antidote to that, and that is fatherhood.
That's right. That's right. That's right. That's right.
Because when you see somebody smack something that you've been scared of, and somebody smack it down, it gives you some confidence.
Yes. David
cut off the head of Goliath. Now everybody's got confidence.
That's right.
So that's what. So I saw. So my son see yellow and black. He started running. Oh, son, stop! Anyway. So the call starts with him crying like as he's 10 years old. My son just finished molesting me and cutting me down.
Stop saying molesting.
He just finished doing all of that to me, and then now 10 minutes later he's weeping on the phone. Dad, I don't want you to die. I said, son.
Oh my God,
son. That was not a wasp. That was a little bee, and that was like a lazy bee. It's like that bee was drunk or high or something like that. That bee was weak. Like, sometimes you could look at a bug, you could tell, oh, this joker's angry, or you can get him. You see what I'm saying? You're mature enough to know that, but he don't.
Yes.
So I'm explaining. He said, but it's a bumblebee. I said, no, son, that's a fumblebee. That bee was down for the count already. I didn't even have to do nothing to him. He died. I just looked at him and he died. I'm trying. And so then, but what he was doing, what really was happening was my son was giving me a hostage message. You know how, like, you get a moment, like in a movie where, you get sort of a break where the guards are turned away and you get to do something to signal.
Yes. The signal, I need help.
Yes. When you listen to that, if you get a chance to listen to it, you will hear within the first 2 minutes of the phone call, you can tell that my son was giving me a signal. And because I'm dad, I know what's going on, and I'm deft, D-E-F-T, meaning I float like a butterfly and sting like a bee. You see what I'm saying? Like, I know what I'm doing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, this is easy, what we about to do right here. Like you said, strategic. So I know Valerie's listening. So Valerie had Nathan call me, and so the fight, the issue at hand was, am I going to see my children Saturday, which is today? Last Saturday was my day, and Valerie screwed me out of that day. So the end of the story is I'm going to see my children tomorrow. But so it's solved. But what I gave in that episode was just a piece, and what that enabled me to do is give Jackie, I have about maybe 30 moments in my life that I could line up and categorize. This moment that I captured, which is why I named it what I named it and did it like that, that moment was one of my top 30 moments in my life. It sounds so stupid, but to be able to say, because what I did was, you know, I don't know if you've done this, but when you're praying and you're casting out a demon, you hear stuff, but you focus on what you following the Holy Spirit's guidance, and so you're just doing it. Mm-hmm. I knew Valerie was sitting in the background listening, so somebody might look and see, oh, he's yelling at his son. Why are you being so screaming at his son? But the words, if you heard what I was saying, remember that line I told you? Oh, you don't want to be divorced? So that means I'm still your head right now. Mm-hmm. And you said I would run. I think you said I would run down to the courthouse.
Yes.
Judge,
yes.
Give this man this divorce.
Give it to him.
Right. I learned. See, Valerie, she's used to being the one that stings everybody with her words. Mm-hmm. How she'll never defeat me because I'm a lyricist and I'm a battle rapper. Back in the day, you know, when I was in high school, I was a battle rapper. Mm-hmm. What? Punchlines, comedy. What are you? Huh? Mm-hmm. Don't get into one words with me. But on top of that, there's nothing that she does better than me when it comes to raising children. You know, I'm just as good as her. And that's also what I said in there. I said, son, just so you know, and Valerie was listening, I said, there's nothing that your mother does for you. My mother protects me. That I can do for you. Everything she can do, I can do it just as well, if not better. I said, I gave her the ability to stay home. I said, nobody. I said, nobody. But during my life, I have not had a time where I sit on my butt all day while somebody works and gives me money and works while I stay at home all day. I've never had that. I did that for 5 years before you were born, son. And I did it all through your life. Valerie has taught Nathan a different story, a different understanding. Mm-hmm. You see what I'm saying? So, you know, but that's her protection because Valerie needs, in order for fear to work, you need everybody to believe a certain way. That's how good and manipulative Valerie. So all I got to do is just start talking, and then it uncovers. It's almost like Valerie's life or Valerie's facade is a house of cards. And I come up in there worse than a bull in a china shop. Could you imagine the fortress that she built with all them cards? And I just walk up in there like, stop, Matt. You know what I'm saying? That's why she got to be so. You see what I'm saying?
Oh, my God. I just never would think that she would. You know what? But now, I mean, in time past, what I know now, yes, I know she's capable of doing what she's doing, right? But in the past, when we were all together, I would have never thought that she would be the one to try to keep you, or first of all, I would have never thought y'all would be divorced, like, or whatever.
Right, of course, right.
You know what I'm saying? But I never would have thought she would be the one sowing discord between her children and her dad. I never would have thought that in the past.
Right.
But because I know, because of,
because you lived
talking,
through it with me. You've been living through it with me.
Yeah, and I've been, there and talked with her personally, one-on-one, and me and her have talked. And then when I realized, because Valerie's a good person, and I outside of this, she was, a pretty decent person when I met her. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so, but when situations don't work out for us as humans, we tend to go, we're at a fork in the road, and we have to make a decision on who we want to be at that point. Right. And we have to choose, do we want life or do we want death? Mm-hmm. And I say it black and white like that. So do we want to choose to be the person to go take the high road, or do we want to be the person being the sneaky one, skating by or doing the doing the sneak shot, sneak up on you and sneak you, and in situations like this, and I would have never thought she would have chose to be the person to do the sneak punches or the sucker punch. That's what I was trying to. I never would have seen that, because I loved you both. I already loved you as my friend already. You know what I'm saying? Right. But I loved you both, and I'm so disappointed. Right. I'm so disappointed in her actions now, and that she chose to hold on to the thing that the enemy used for a moment. He used for a moment, or for 5 minutes, or for whatever, for a short period of time. He used that one incident that was a human, like a human error and a mistake, and or whatever it was. And look, this is in my bloodline. This happened. This is what I chose to do. He used that for a moment on her because he knew she would hold it for years. So what it took the enemy a moment to do, to engrave in her mind, or a series of moments, because for you to have sex with another woman, for Ramel to have sex with another woman, okay, it takes a few minutes. It takes unless look, 30 minutes at the most. A few minutes. Yeah. A few minutes. It takes me, and if you're already excited, or Ramel's already excited, it's just a couple. Look, it takes a few seconds, and that's it. Right. And so. What was a few seconds, the enemy blowed it out of proportion, and when she sees it, he knew, he presented it to her, and she took it. Mm-hmm. And that changed her entire life, and she refused to let it go. And he knows that. The enemy knows it, but he knows all he does is does something for a moment, and he presents it to us, and wants to see if we're going to take it. And she took it, and she's still holding on to it. She has refused to let it go, and now it's like I just never expected her to do that with the kids. And the same, I guess, same thing with me. Most people never would expect Ramel, like I hear that from people back in the day. Ramel, now what? He not take care of just what? No, you like, and only people like truly know is the people that was like walk like you, and a couple other people that have walked with me through the experience. Right. but people have decisions in their life to make. You choose one way or the other way. Look, I can't hold on to this stuff. I can't. Because look, first of all, it makes you old too fast. That's the joke. That's the inside joke right there for me. Make you old too quick. And second of all, I don't want to live my life where I am upset with an individual, but really upset with myself, right, along with being upset with the individual for something that was just a moment, or for not making a decision. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Exactly.
I'm sorry you have to go through that.
No, you know what?
I was hoping you never had to experience any of this type of stuff.
To be, I'm going to be honest with you. That, if you bought a pair of pants, and let's say that during the life of those pants, you wore them, and let's say you kept track. If you wore them 80 times during the span of that pair of pants' life, so that pair of pants, sometimes it's in the closet, sometimes it's in the hamper, sometimes in the washing machine, sometimes it's on you, sometimes it's being ripped off because somebody's grabbing your behind and, pulling them off, or sometimes those pants are with you during a walk of shame, or, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes they're walking in a car accident, and those pants go with you through whatever.
Yeah.
The pants are serving their purpose. And if God is the wearer of those pants, the pants are serving their purpose. And I can focus on the pants if metaphorically I'm that pair of pants, or I can focus on the larger picture. Because the pants can say, I don't like this, that, and the other about itself, or about the pair of buttocks that are close to it, or upset with the socks. You know what I'm saying? Or the zipper might be messed up, so it might have some issues with its own self. It might not be attracted to the belt that's attached around it that they're attached to. It's like, I did not want you to be my belt. You know what I'm saying? But I'm understanding, because really it's about understanding, how do I fit in the whole scenario? Those pants fit somewhere, whether it's outfit-wise, or they fit wherever they fit. And now I understand. And so if the part of our lives, like when you said that analogy about the 27 hours, how that is probably more powerful than the remainder from the tithing perspective, that also kind of means that, like it says, our lives are but a vapor, you know what I'm saying? So we're here for a little time, and apparently the rest of our time is going to be spent in some type of eternity or whatever, if everything goes according to what we've been taught or believe, or however we conceived it, however we feel about it, like when you die, you go to heaven or whatever. So if everything in this planet is temporary, as you said before, then God is doing something, and I'm a part of that process, not just in my son's life, daughter's life, Valerie's life, whatever. But all I know is that in 2018, March, April, I got the first glimpses of a statement that I would say about myself, and that is, I'm probably going to be another version of America's Dad, meaning like how we all looked up to Bill Cosby to a degree. And the competition, or the supposed competition, because of the comedy of Bill Cosby and the comedy of Eddie Murphy, that, we always looked at, you cannot say, and then, the F word, and And now, if you look, there's a couple of pictures of Eddie Murphy on the internet of him and his family. And I think he had a wife, black female as a wife, and then now he's got a white female as a wife, and he's got like maybe 10 or 11 children altogether.
Yes.
And it's beautiful. I mean, Eddie Murphy.
He looks great, by the way, with all them kids.
Yes, exactly. And when he got on SNL, he went back to SNL, he actually cracked the joke. And just like you said, inside joke a few minutes ago, that's what he did. He was like, who's America's dad now? Now, he, in a classy way, you get it, right? In a classy way, Eddie Murphy, he
took a shot at Bill.
No. I know it sounds like that. The people around him and everywhere, they wanted him to take more deeper shots. That's the only thing Eddie Murphy ever said.
That is, that was classic.
That's what I'm saying. Everybody's begging for it, so everybody's got their cup empty. So he gives them one drop, and that's it.
Because they remember when he told the story to Richard and what Richard's response was to him about what Bill said.
Yes, technical. It's part of our pop culture. We know exactly what happened.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? If it happened that way, we know exactly what happened, or at least the version that he said. And the fact, now, the potency of a comedy story like that. That's what I learned that you and me have been doing over the years. Is I've been capturing all the audio of everything. So Bill Cosby never came out in all them years and said, I never said that. Bill Cosby never even addressed it. You know what I'm saying? He didn't really need to. It wasn't because it wasn't a rap battle. It's just comedy. Everybody's just laughing.
Mm-hmm.
But some people take laughter in situations and we internalize it. We get it serious. What my life has become is a series of moments, just like comedy stories that make people great. So I am a combination of Bill Cosby, Eddie Murphy, and these various people that I've watched, and I culminate into who I am, so that, I try to capture audio, especially when I make somebody laugh. So I said to myself recently, I don't need to, quote, make a comedy special and stand in front of people specifically. Nope. All I need to do is have these little phone calls, like I'm saying, and then take the snippets of the best parts of it. You know, the 27-hour of a month, you know what I'm saying, the ties, the best parts of it.
Mm-hmm.
Make that into YouTube videos similar to what you got. Give it a nice title. Delirious, raw, swatting wasps, and hostile heifers. It's like those things, if these things hit like I want them to hit, then my children will be eating off these stories forever. They live through it, and then they hear me talk about it, and then they listen to the audio where it actually happened to know the difference between how I talked about it and how it was actually happened, and then they interact with Valerie about it. Valerie, she screwed herself so much. I'm telling you, when I always say stuff like this, that if Lysandra coveted Valerie's life, Lysandra is actually a version of Valerie if Valerie did exactly what her mother did in her 20s, and that is Pearl had 2 children by 2 different dads.
Okay.
The first one was a buster, and the second one was at least he's around type of thing.
I was about to ask, she's married to that guy, right? She's married, Lysandra?
Right, married to that guy, Joseph.
So she done maneuver and help Valerie, and Valerie don't have a husband no more, but she still got her.
No. It's even funnier. Oh, it's more poetic than what you just said. What you just said, that would actually be poetic.
Wow.
But what the real story that I'm going to talk about, it's got so many nuances and funniness. I can't wait. I can't wait. I can't
yeah,
wait.
because I remember you telling me, like throughout the years, a hint there. It'll always be like you just tell me a portion there was like
dot or something like that.
Lysandra, you pop her in, she be in the story. I said, I done heard this name again, or and then pop in again, or Valerie. She's come to pick up Valerie for this or that. I was like, so she is I was like, so she's in the background helping.
She's like, if this was the Martin show, she would be Pam.
Yes.
She would be Pam.
Yes.
But the problem is, and this is what I was coming up with a joke. I haven't really come up with the joke, but basically the premise of it is, a lot of times when you're telling a story, sometimes you have to do a parable to help people understand the depth of something. So I said, look, if my life was like it was, I would be Martin, Joseph would be Tommy, Lysandra would be Pam, and Valerie would be Gina. But just picture all of us. Joseph being Tommy was not as handsome, right? Right, and then I would make a description, what I'm saying? Make the, what I'm saying? Like, so you can see the picture.
Okay, got it.
Right. Picture Tommy. Picture if you merged The Hobbit and Homer Simpson, and then you got who that character. You got that, right? Something. I haven't come up. I'm just and Gina and Pam. They've been a team for years, but don't picture Gina and Pam. Picture thing 1 and thing 2, but picture.
Yes, I got it.
Right. Okay.
Matthew, you was about to give me another scenario.
Right. Forget it.
Okay.
So, placeholder, thing 1, thing 2. You know what I'm saying? Okay, you know what I'm saying? So
thing 1, thing 2.
So in that scenario, yes, I can't wait, because what really happened is that Lysandra, like I said, Pearl, here's what happened. She got with a dude, and they produced Vera. The dude said, well, so that's the girl, huh? Yeah. Well, tell her I died in the war. And he left.
Wow.
That's Vera's dad, which was Valerie's, best woman or, maid of honor, right?
Yeah. Wow.
So Pearl puts herself back out on the market, and she hooks up with this dude named Richard. Richard is a if you want to talk about vices, he's a gambler, he's a drinker, and he talks crap. He sells wolf cookies. He talks crap. He would talk crap. He would talk crap all the way down. So he was talking crap one time, and somebody hit him in the mouth and knocked out all his teeth. That's how much crap this dude talked. That's Valerie's dad. So I studied the Bible.
Right? So she got it honest.
Who talking about Valerie?
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
The talking, and knowing how to cut people left and right.
How do you know the fruit except you learn the root? You know what I'm saying?
True.
I know Jesus' lineage. I know Jesus' lineage. I know my lineage. I better know what's going on with this heifer that I'm with.
Yeah, that's true.
You know what I'm saying? Valerie would never stand the scrutiny of my family. She never had to. I was above head and shoulders. Listen, what I'm trying. Okay. Like I told you, Pearl. Now that dude, as ridiculous as he is, Pearl and him was in love. They never got a courthouse, marriage certificate married.
Mm-hmm.
They got married under the stars, right? Based on whatever you said. That's so funny.
What constellation was that? Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry. Did I say that out loud? Say it out loud.
So funny. Oh, my God. I almost, if I was driving, I would have had to pull over. You just gave me a title. Just gave me a title of the love story.
I don't know. When we on the phone, stuff just come out of my mouth.
You just gave me the title for the love story between Pearl and Richard. What constellation is that? I'm looking at the production right now. I'm looking at it right now.
Where's you? Oh, God.
What constellation is that? That is so
I don't know where it came from, Matt. I don't know where it came from.
Flesh and blood has not revealed that to you. That was by the Spirit. So
okay, go ahead.
So that man, by the time he met Pearl, he and Pearl had Valerie. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Now, come to find out, that dude, Richard, he had like 6 or 7 other children.
Oh, my God.
That he didn't raise.
Oh my God. What?
So Valerie became the golden, like the favorite one, because at least he's actually spending time with Valerie.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? Out of, whatever. Now,
I don't know if that was a good thing.
Well,
I mean, it was good if it was a sibling, but based off what you told me, the trashy talk.
Jackie, listen, here's what you understand. First of all, everybody got to get a nut sometime, okay, first of all, okay? Just understand.
Very true.
Okay?
Very
and
true.
Number 2, people do have to be born. You know what I'm saying? If we don't have these situations, ain't nobody going to get born.
No, I'm saying, you was like, I said that because you said she was like the golden child, because he had 6 other kids. I don't know. I'm thinking, hey, when you look at it based on what you're telling me and you weigh it out, the 6 other kids look like they dodged a bullet, but Valerie got hit head on.
Oh my God, that's funny.
She got hit head on.
I don't know. That's hilarious.
Like you are like, if she was on one accord with you and you guys were working together as a team from the beginning till now, y'all would be unstoppable. If that.
Yes.
But now you're giving me the backstory, so it explains a lot.
Doesn't it?
Yes. So it's like the other one dodged the bullet, but she got hit straight square in the head with it. He was in her life. Yeah, I don't know. That's why I said when I'm looking at I'm weighing it out while you're talking. I'm like,
yes.
Yeah.
Pearl
okay,
told
go
me
ahead.
a moment. Pearl told me a moment that her and her husband exchanged, and I might have the audio of it. I might. She said that one day he got his paycheck, and, wherever he was working, he did, like, landscaping or something like that. And so he had his little money, and then he went to go gamble, so he gambled all his money away. So he came home and said, baby, I lost some money. Pearl said, I told you. Oh, I didn't even finish the story about her falling. I didn't even finish that story. Anyway, I told you what she's working with in terms of, poundage. So, and it's not like she went from small to big in like 5, that was the time. God bless the heels that she used to wear. Anyway, so she said she got up and she grabbed him by his shirt and said, when you get your paycheck, you come straight here. Now, Pearl, as far as I remember, she didn't have no profession. Hey, so what you do for a living? I smell up the bathroom. I cook sometimes.
I'm not gonna laugh.
And I wheel around the house. That's what you mean. What I do for a living? That's what I do for a living. I wheel around the house.
Oh my God!
What you mean? What do I do for a living? What did you do when you was younger? I was preparing for now. What are you called to do with your life? What has God told you to do for your life? God don't say that much to me.
Oh my God!
Go to church. Go to church, and the prophets are prophesying to everybody down the line. And you will be president of. You will be a mayor. Hello, you. If I just want just nothing. So, yeah. So Valerie grew up, and she lived in the same one-bedroom apartment until she was 26.
Back up.
Yeah. Oh, okay,
so she grabbed him by his shirt. I need to know the outcome of that.
Oh, she grabbed him by his shirt and said, when you get paid, you come straight here. Or words to that effect to basically say, don't gamble your money on the way home.
Uh-huh.
And that was never his home.
Oh, God.
I don't know where he lived at. But
wow.
They had like a family business. It's a whole scenario. I know enough, but I'm friends with one of Valerie's cousins that she don't know I'm friends with. And so they gave me all type of game. Okay, Valerie don't even understand. Like when you say the setup, just about the kids, there's a setup in all type of areas. Valerie does not know who she hooked up with. Like, she would have been better off hooking up with somebody else.
Yep.
But here's what happened. Now, I mentioned that Pearl, and those are the two. Now, Lassandra's first pregnancy gave her Olivia, and the guy, when Olivia was 3-4 years old, he told her, I do not want to have a relationship with you. So by the time Olivia was 6, she's holding my hand and is feeling the pangs of calling me dad and daddy. And it was uncomfortable for me. That was as uncomfortable for me as my own children rubbing my leg. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I corrected her, and she said, I know you're not my daddy, Uncle Matt, but can we just pretend?
Oh, that's
that's one of the moments. You see what I'm saying? That's one of the moments.
Yeah.
Now, fast forward about Olivia's life. She's a scumbag because now that I'm in a scenario where my children need their dad, she don't speak up for me. You know, she could have spoke up. You know what I'm saying? You know,
yeah.
But that's because people don't even understand. They don't, like you said, I sow in areas that people don't even think about.
And
right.
She may realize it later, Matthew.
No, you know what?
No.
I'll tell you how she's going to realize it later because my content is going to be put out there. In other words, my life ain't other people's lives. I worked on my life. Like, I didn't just waste my time. I didn't waste my years doing stupid crap, getting my teeth knocked out because I'm gambling and doing stupid stuff. No. I had a mission for my life, and I accomplished everything that God wanted me to do. I feel I accomplished it, and now I'm working on another part of my life. You see what I'm saying? So, no, yeah. I'm going to talk about it. No. Oh, yes. Oh, believe me, you don't even know the whole story. I'm finna, man. Anyway.
Okay.
So Lasandra dealt with that when Olivia got to 4 years old. Lasandra's looking at me. Matter of fact, everybody's looking at me because I was raised by Rocco. Now, the person that you met and know, I'm in their circle. I'm running circles around all of them. Because Vera, when she gets an adult, she marries a dude named Richard, the same name as,
Mm-hmm.
My mama had a man named Richard. I'm going to have a man named Richard.
Mm-hmm.
I don't even know if she even knew. I don't even know if she even knew the real story behind her dad until a certain age or whatever.
Wow.
And that Richard, the one that you met, sorry excuse for a man, in my opinion. And I got a lot of things I could say about him. And I got a lot of things that I have recorded about him, but I'll send you that YouTube video later.
And that's another Jenny Jones.
That's right. So now, Valerie, what happened is this. When me and Valerie were in the courtship phase, when we were hanging out with you down there, been doing some shows and stuff like that, Valerie had a pen pal who was in prison. And that dude would get out of prison about 9 or 10 months before the wedding day that you were involved in.
I remember. Mm-hmm.
Right. So I didn't know that. And Pearl did not like him. Of course, they love me because I'm coming over there. I got a little bit of money. Whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And so I expressed interest in Valerie, and Valerie did not express interest in me. And looking back on it, if you take a celibate man and you put a woman in the room, he's probably gonna like her. You see what I'm saying?
Very
what
true.
I should have done.
Very true, Matt. Very true.
You see what I'm saying? So
yeah, he's gonna like her. He's going to like her because he's celibate for however many years.
Right. I was at the end of the celibacy. In other words, I couldn't hold it no more. That was it.
Yeah.
So
yeah, it is what it is. It is what it is, Matt.
Yeah.
That's like dangling raw meat in front of a Rockwilder.
Exactly. Do you want this piece of meat? Of course, right?
You think I'm going to say no? I'm not about to say no to that.
Now, but the thing here's the thing in terms of Valerie. So Lasandra, she hooks up with a dude, and she's so hideous looking that if somebody show her some attention, her vagina get wet. So they move.
I cannot do this with you this morning. It's too early in the morning. Listen, you woke me up out of my sleep. Oh my God. Okay, Matt. Okay, I'm gonna let you finish this story, and then we gonna get off the phone.
Listen. I know when it's time to end the show.
I cannot with you this morning. Too much. I know I woke my neighbors up downstairs. I know I'm going to have to apologize to them. I know they hear me laughing through the floor. I know they do. I'm going to have to apologize to my neighbors because you got me laughing so hard this early in the morning for the last 2 hours. You've been laughing. Oh, my God.
So, on that note, I guess, I didn't even get a chance to tell you what I wanted to tell you.
You said that. should have known that was going to take me out. You should have known that was going to wipe me out.
I don't know what's going to hit. I just talk, okay?
Oh, yeah. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Oh, I was laying down, but that made me sit up on the side of the bed. I'm not laying down no more. I'm up now. Oh, God.
Oh, man.
Oh, my God.
So I hope that one day some of my material will bless people. You know what I'm saying? Like so far it's blessing me. Like I lived through it. And as I talk about it, the only way to talk about it is through comedy. I'm not going to be cussing bad. It's hilarious a little bit.
Yes, it is. It is. So because it's funny now. When it's good when you can laugh about it now.
Yes, of course.
That's what makes it good. Like it's more of a therapy for you now to laugh about it and then share with others, and they laughing with you about it because you got through it, and that's right. Like, Lord, I'm laughing now because I didn't think I was gonna make it through that. I was hanging on by the hair on look. I'm about to throw a right hook. Yeah. The hair on Valerie's mom's chinny chin chin. I was hanging on by that hair. I was hanging on. Lord, forgive me for that, Lord. But it was there. I had to get it out. I repent.
That is such a good line. That's what I like. I'm gonna put that in the song. I'm hanging on. I'm hanging on like the hair on Pearl's chin.
Oh God! See,
that's a great line. I'm in a lyrical mood too, boy. I've been writing lyrics though over the past couple of days, boy. I've been in the mood, boy. So I like that. I'm hanging on like a hair on Pearl's chin. Whoever knows, like that's like a what?
Oh my God! Oh my God! Oh, I don't know where that came. Look, it was in me. It just boiled up. I was like, where did that come from? The hair on her mom's chinny chin chin.
Oh
like,
my God!
No.
Oh, that is so doggone funny. I appreciate that.
That's early in the morning. Just because you called me early in the morning with this stuff and got me cracking up. And I woke up and made me. I know I was asleep. I know they're awake. If they were asleep, they're awake now from hearing me laugh.
Oh man, I got you. Well, look, let me ask you a question. If you were going to give a title to our phone call, right? Just since you got up this morning, and if you were going to give a title to it, what would you call it?
Let me think. What would I call this? I have a part of it. Yeah. I'm trying to think. I'm trying to think. This phone call here. Oh my God. Matthew, oh my God. We talked about so much today.
My key when I'm learning something.
What do you think then?
No. I still want to. You're asking me if the key for me is grab something, one piece that might, like a word that might have been said, like something that might have been said. Maybe one of the funniest parts.
Okay, like this is the only I can think because one part keeps popping in my head, right? So, what do they call that? you know how you have a corral?
Yeah.
Like I'm in Texas, so you know for cowboys on the farm, and and I want to say they're not corralling, they're bringing the cows in.
Yeah.
Like so they and I don't know if they call that corralling or what is it called, Matt?
Rounding or rustling.
Rustling. Look, I feel like we were. I want to say maybe rustling the cows before dawn, because you called me
the cows before dawn. Yeah.
Something along those lines, like before dawn, is stuck in my mind because I was asleep.
Yes.
And so that part is there. But like all the different aspects of everything we talked about, because you have usually when they're getting them cows in, and I said cows.
I got it. I think I got it.
Okay.
Rustling heifers before dawn.
Yep, I wasn't gonna say it. I was not gonna say it. That's why I call the cows. That's why I call the cows. Oh my God. Y'all rustling heifers before dawn. Yeah, because we was rounding all that stuff up. I don't know what a male heifer. He's just a male heifer, whatever you want to call it.
No. Oh. Wait, this wouldn't work, but it's just funny. Hustling heifers before dawn.
Yes. Hustling heifers before dawn. Because
I don't know. I think rustling was better, but yeah. But no, see, that's my exercise. Usually, whenever I do something, that's my exercise, and I do it so much. That's why I wanted to pull it from you, because you already gave me a funny one. About hanging on
the chinny chin chin, the hair from the chinny chin chin.
Oh my God, that's hilarious! I'm gonna throw that in. Because I'm really becoming punchy with some of my punchlines. And so look, let me let you go so you can take care of your business. And my dad's waiting on me.
Okay.
Since we've been on the phone, my father's been jealous.
I need you to go.
You having too much fun over there.
Oh, Lord. I do not need him to start cussing. Yeah, I need you. Yeah. All right, go ahead and your business,
So we'll talk
Matt.
a little bit later.
Okay.
All right, bye.